All right, students. Today we will move to the further part of your crop production and management. Right? So in previous video we have studied some basic classification of what? Crops. That is, here we have two classifications. That is, crops that are classified on the basis of season, and one more is crops that are classified on the basis of purposes, right? So in previous class we have discussed about kharif crops and rabi crops. In this session we are going to see about food crops, subsistence crop and cash crop, and after that some agricultural practices. So what these are the crops which are classified on the basis of purposes. First one is food crops. What is mean by food crops? The crops grown for the purpose of food. So these crops, they are grown for the purpose of what here? Food. For example, wheat, paddy, groundnut. Next one is subsistence crop. Subsistence crop means what? In this case, the farmer is growing crops to fulfill his needs of his family. So, here farmer is growing some kinds of crops, but that crops is necessary and needs of his family, that fulfill his needs of his family, and that is why these crops are called subsistence crops, and that are not grown for the purpose of marketing. These are grown just for the fulfill of needs of the family of his, right? So a crop which grown by the farmer to fulfill the needs of his family, not for the purpose of marketing. Next one, cash crop. What is mean by cash crop? Under this, the crops after selling, they will get profit. We can say more profit. So that is why such kind of crops, they are called cash crops. A crop grown for the purpose of sale and profit. For example, when farmer or the person, he does trade or he sell tea, cotton, coconut, he will get more amount of money so that he can get some profit over there. So that is why such kind of crops are called as cash crops. Which kind of crops? That is tea, cotton, coconut. There are some other like these crops. So these are called cash crops. Next one, we will move to some practices that are called agricultural practices. See here, whenever the farmer takes step for growing the crops, there are some techniques involved or there are some procedures. We can't grow crops or the plants directly. So any plants you take for growing purpose, behind that there is some requirements. So what are those technicals involved in that practices? See here, cultivation of crops involves several techniques and some activities where farmer can follow that. When seeds are sown, crops are harvested, stored, that crops. So there are some steps, procedures. So that activities we call them as agricultural practices, right? So what are those agricultural practices? First one, preparation of soil, selection and sowing seeds, addition of manure and fertilizers, irrigation, protection from weeds and pests, harvesting, threshing and winnowing, and last but not the least, that is storage. These all steps or the techniques, they are involved in growing crops. So let us discuss one by one. First one, we will study about preparation of soil. Again, in preparation of soil, there are two main techniques. First one is plowing, second one is leveling. What is mean by plowing? Okay, so the first step before growing crops, that is preparation of soil. One of the most important tasks in agriculture is to turn the soil and loosen it. So when we lose the soil, when we turn the soil, that allows roots to go or penetrate deep into the soil. When roots penetrate or they grow deeply and deeply in the soil, so that the whatever crops we get from the plant, that will be healthier one, right? See here, the loosened soil helps in the growth of earthworms and microbes present in the soil. As you know that when you have seen that some kinds of organisms or insects, we can say microorganisms, they are present in the soil. When we loosen the soil, that loosened soil will help these kinds of organisms to grow properly. But why we require these kinds of organisms? Because they help soil to become a fertile. Okay, so that is why these kinds of organisms, they are called friends of farmer. They provide nutrient to the soil. And see here, for example, these organism is called as earthworm. Okay, these earthworms are called as the friends of farmer, and they grow very well when we turn and lose the soil. Okay, next one is, what is the actual meaning and definition of plowing? See here, the process of loosening and turning of the soil is called as tilling or plowing. Remember the definition of plowing. Plowing is nothing but we have to make the soil loose, or we have to make it to turn. So that is why that process we call it as a plowing, or plowing is also termed in another word, that is tilling. But to loosen and turn the soil, some materials are required, right? So which kind of materials we are using here? That is flow. We call them as a flow. So that plowing is done by using plow. And again in plow, there are two types. That plows are made of wood or iron. Here have shown wooden flow and iron flow, where the farmers use these kinds of materials or the devices to loosen and turning the soil. If soil is very dry, it may need watering before plowing. Okay, see here. Some of you have seen there are hard soil or hard mud in the field. But when there is a such kind of a soil in the field, plants cannot grow properly, right? So these crumbs are broken with the help of some materials or some devices. And these harder mud, we call them as a crumbs, or the plowed field may have big pieces of soil. These are big pieces of what? Soil. That big pieces of soil are called as crumbs. and it is required to break them. It is necessary to break these crumbs with a plank. Next one is, you can see the picture how farmer is flowing in the field. So in olden days, farmer was using kettles, and with that kettles flow was attached, and using that flow the farmer was flowing in the field. And in these modern days tractors are used, and with that tractors these iron flow are attached. So here we can see two types of flowing. One is traditional flowing and one more is modern flowing. And in traditional flowing, how this flow is connected, you can see that these are two kettles, okay, or these are two buffaloes we can take, cows we can take, and with that this flow is connected. So this one whatever you are observing, this is beam, and this one is flow shaft, okay. So we will study what this flowing and how they do and what advantage is there for flowing this process. See here, when we do this flowing in the field, it allows roots to penetrate deep into the soil, and it provides aeration to the soil, means there will be pores in the soil so that air can easily pass into that soil. Next, it ensures the proper drainage of water. Here you can see when the flowing is done in the field, water can easily flow through this way. Only after doing this flowing in the field. And one more important thing is that it supports growth of earthworms easily. Earthworm can grow properly and easily when we do this flowing in the field. And it supports microbes also. So this is first step of preparation of soil. And we have seen some benefits in this flowing. Next process is leveling. Why we do this leveling? See here. The flowed soil often it may be having crumbs. Crumbs means what? Big pieces of soil. Okay. So that need to be broken and crushed. The soil needs suitable leveling, right? It should require suitable leveling of field to sow the seeds. So that is why it is achieved by doing this leveling process. So this is preparation of soil, that having two techniques, leveling and flowing. Next one, we will see selection of seeds and its sowing. First step that we have seen preparation of soil. Next one is selection of seeds and sowing. See here, what you are observing in this picture. Farmers have, see here, farmers before growing these crops, he has to be very careful about seeds, right? That seeds should be good quality, healthy, disease free, and that should be clean. So, how you should come to know that whether they are good quality, healthy, disease free or no? So, for that purpose, we will arrive to one activity. What is that activity? See here, take one bowl and pour water into that bowl and take some grains or the seeds. Here I'll take kidney beans, or you can take chickpeas, or fenugreek seeds, whichever seeds you require, or the farmer which crops he wanted to grow. Here I will add that seed into this water. Now what you are observing here, some seeds are floating on the water and some seeds are sink in the water, right? So the seeds which are floating on this water, they are unhealthy. They are not good qualities or they are unhealthy. And seeds which have sunk in this water, they are of good seeds. So here you have to remove these seeds which are floating on this water, and you have to be careful about the seeds which they are sinking in this water, and using this sinked one seeds you can take for sowing that seeds, right? And the seeds which they are sinking, they are of good quality, healthy, disease free and clean, and even they have complete nutrient. So in this way, one should select seeds for growing crops or for sowing that seeds. This is the second step of agricultural practice. Again in this, how we are going to sow that seeds in the field. In that we are having again two types, that is one is broadcasting and seed drill. So first picture you are observing the sowing of seed with the help of broadcasting. What is that broadcasting process? See here, this method involves scattering or spreading of seeds by hand. Okay, this is simplest and easiest method, but this method is having advantages and disadvantages also. Advantages means what? This is simple and easier method for sowing the seeds, but there are some disadvantages also. What are those disadvantages? See here, these seeds whatever he is spreading or scattering, they may not be distributed equally. Okay, they may lie very close to each other or they may lie very far from each other. There is not an equal distance between two seeds. That is one advantage. And they may not covered with a proper soil. Some may lie on the soil, some may fall apart from this field. So there is no proper distribution of seeds in this soil. So these are somewhat disadvantage of broadcasting the seeds. Next one is what? Seed drill. What is mean by this seed drill? Here you can see the person, he is driving the tractor, and with the tractor some of machines are attached, right? So what that machines are, here you can see the buckets or the funnel like a structure they are having. In this funnel like a structure or the buckets, they are having seeds. Seeds are filled in these buckets. So when this person or the farmer start driving this tractor, that buckets will allow that seeds to release gradually. Okay, and that seeds are automatically covered by this soil, and they are even unequally distributed through this overall field. And this method prevents damage of what? Damage of causing birds, and save the time and labor also. Here this is fast technique and here it is slow technique, right? Here, farmer can do it easily and it is very benefit also. It saves the time and even it saves the times of labor also.